Why, hello there. Uh, I've actually got some team decisions here. For once. I finally managed to get enough SPP where I have decisions to make. I haven't checked here. He needs 12 before I can get another regular, but I think I go for the double with this guy. I get either big hand or two heads, and I haven't decided on that one. Although sidestep is a good option. Um, this gutter runner, I think I'm at the point where I need to start building a wrestle gutter runner. So I think Mbappe here is gonna have to just save up for a normals wrestle because, quite frankly, quite, quite frankly, at this point, my randoms have taken so long that I've just not been able to build a wrestle piece. This guy still needs to be cycled. I still can't really afford to cycle him because if I lose another positional after cycling this guy, I may not be able to replace the positional. Um, that being said, I do have options for these two. This guy could get a normal, or he can save for a mutation. This guy's at 20, so he can grab a mutation of my choice. Yes, a third dirty player gutter runner would probably be right in line with my luck, and that's way too much. Uh, this week I'm going against Dalinar and the Big Brains, which is just the orkiest orc team you've ever seen. Ooh, I didn't spot that this guy is M&G. That's nice for me. It's just block here, mighty blow, guard, stand firm, mighty blow, tackle, guard, stand firm, the usual. Um, this is kind of what I hate about the Blood Bowl 2020 system is that every orc team is gonna look like this because why wouldn't they? When I was playing in Orcs and Blood Bowl 2, every one of my teams looked different because I rolled random levels and I had an incentive to grab something other than Mighty Blow, Block, Tackle, Guard, Stand Firm, because I wouldn't normally be able to get it whenever I wanted. Instead, now they can grab like that movement up or dodge on a Black Orc literally whenever they want. So it's like, why would there ever be a development other than block, mighty blow, guard in some order on a biggin? There's no reason not to. So yeah, this is just sort of the problems I have with this system personified. Also, with how much easier it is to maintain a bench in this format, it's just like, what is this, a 13 player orc roster? 12 players this game? It's it's a thing. But with all that said, I think that because I've been debating the next level up for Vicious Noah, I think that because of the sheer amount of stand firm, I have to take Juggernaut this level. And I think Jerry should take Claw and try to maximize any removals he can make on Black Orcs, because Dalinar is down one Black Orc. So if I get lucky and manage to um, remove a Black Orc with the Claw of a Jerry, or even just two linemen, that's massive. That's a huge swing. I think I take Claws here, and I take Juggernaut here. And I leave the rest of this alone. This guy is either saving for a mutation or sidestep, and I'm not sure which. This guy has to take wrestle on that. I have to give him 3 SPP and manually take wrestle. Um, this guy's just gonna continue saving SPP until he's fired or takes sneaky get. This guy is gonna continue saving SPP until he levels forcibly, in which case he either gets fired or takes block, probably fired at that point. Um, and I'm just gonna keep cycling rats and hope that one of these days I actually get dirty player on a clan rat. This guy's gotta get fired soon. If I don't know, I don't even know who I play next week. If I play Nurgle next week, I think I have to cycle him, assuming I don't have to replace their positional this game. Just because, like, having Frenzy on him makes him so much worse than just a standard line rat. I should tell Dalinar that I had slight changes to my team. There we go. No, because Frenzy forces him to follow up, and that limits what he can do, and he's a clan rat. He's not gonna maneuver. I'm not gonna be able to position him to where he's gonna be able to maneuver. Frenzy just makes him worse. It's like you would never take Frenzy on a Norse lineman, right? Because Frenzy is as much a trap as it is a help sometimes. It's like the Rat Ogre can afford Frenzy because he's strength 5. And even then, it still limits where the Rat Ogre can go. Um, but yeah, so where does that put us TV wise? 1430, 1705, excuse me, 1685. 1685 minus 1430, 255. So what is fun here? I mean, Ripper is kind of fun. Strength 6, kind of fun. Uh, Fungus is bad. We all know my opinions on Fungus by now. Well, we know my opinion on ball and chain players. Um, yeah, like I think by now we know my opinion on those pieces. Um, this player is weird, and I've still not certain I fully understand what the use case for him is. Um, Black Gobbo is just a weird piece that feels contradictory to me. There are a lot of star players that I look at as like, why would I want this? Like, he can commit 2 fouls. Okay, cool. Well, he can commit a second foul. Okay, that's cool. He has no skills that make the foul better other than sneaky get. He can also throw bombs. He has no skills that makes the bomber throw better. And then he can stab, but stab is awful. And he can only do one of those 3 things a turn. Uh, Grindy, thank you very much for the bits. That is a sound I've never heard before, and it genuinely threw me off. That I didn't know that was one of the sound alerts, I'm not gonna lie. How you doing, buddy? Um, there's Madcap, whoops. I think we've covered before that, like, Madcap is just kind of bad and doesn't really do much. Skitter Stab is kind of bad against orcs. Downar did just tell me he was picking up a lino, so there is going to be more. Varrig is kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Maybe I just grab a wizard and like just standard lineman. Looks like Downar is ready. I should have checked his team. I shouldn't have just taken him at his word that all he did was buy a lineman. I think with that team value, that's exactly what happened. But I really shouldn't have. 305, that seems about right for based off the numbers we had before. So wizard, and hope that I don't have to turn something into a frog because I apparently don't know how to do that. I don't know. I think bombers are just worse. Are just worse against. If I had 5k more, if he had random one less skill, I could get this. 150k. I mean, I could just grab Skitter. But I don't think Skitter is really worth it. I could grab. I could just grab the bomb and just like double keg and grab the bomber, just to have the bomber. Sure. I don't know that that's correct. But some people freak out when you have the bomber. Oh, yes, I would like to kick the ball. Because you're going to remove all my players. And also I have a bomb. I need to fix this setup. But at the same time, I don't want to do it when I have a star player, because that's just annoying. But yeah, move the gutter runners out away from the bomber, so if he rolls a 1 immediately, he doesn't potentially bomb the gutter runners. Yeah. I think this is the play, and then I just throw a bomb at something until he gives me a reason to do otherwise. Does anyone remember what the sound for bits was like saying? It was like the most annoying sound Twitch had ever set up, and people were just spamming bits one by one because of that. Does anyone remember that? It just popped into my head. Does appear to just be throwing a bunch of orcs at the LOS, so that's good for the bomb. Okay, so whatever part of the LOS I decide to throw a bomb at is good. Do I kick short? Let's kick short and to the right, because that's the side I have Juggernaut on. And just see where it goes. It's close. It's not exactly a square that I want it to. Why does it think that's a long pass? Game? That's that's a new one. Okay. I mean, if he decides to like just cage the ball right here, where it lands, with all these like valuable blitzers as part the cage corners, I am entirely okay with me just throwing a bomb at that first action and seeing what happens. Because if I do it enough turns in a row, I'm gonna break something. Especially if he follows this block, which would be foolish. Just considering it, he stays. Uh-oh. Finally gets a break. Is he gonna try to wrap around? Nope, just blitzing the kick piece, which makes sense. Definitely does not want the both down. Oh, that's shadowing and not wrestle. For whatever reason, my brain always says that this is wrestle. And I don't know why. I don't know if this is just a bad icon, or if I'm dumb. He really doesn't want this kick piece doing things. He's not. Is he bringing the ball over here? That's kind of even closer to the ball. He picks it up. Is it just gonna stay there? Because that makes more sense to me. Yeah? One less orc in the cage? Yeah, just covering staggers. No, this isn't worth a fireball. I do absolutely think, however, I just throw a bomb at this and see what happens. Pass is good. He caught it. I guess I'll make it blow up. Okay! This entire cage just went down. I can't do anything with this. I can't actually get to the ball. But this is really awkward for him. I'll stand you up. And then I'll blitz you with the Juggernaut piece. And hopefully I get a knockdown. I think I re-roll this. That's disappointing. And then I think you come backwards a square? And now let's try to put... Let's see, that's a -2 tackle... That's -2 on tackle zones. -2 pickup, so 4 plus dodge, 4 plus pickup, 3 plus dodge, 2 plus dodge. I don't know that that's worth trying to pick up. So maybe I just put the Rat Ogre here to make things weird. Maybe I try to, like, foul this Blitzer? So, like, I put this Blitzer here. Stand you up to get punched. Stand you up to get punched. You come here. Actually, no. You stand here and isolate this Black Orc for a turn. And I'll try to foul this. This isn't gonna work, and I'm gonna be sad. It actually stunned him, which is kind of a big deal. And then I think I put this Gutter Runner here, because I don't really care what happens to it that much. But it dissuades Blitz into this Bomber, because otherwise he has to put, like, everything here, and if he doesn't knock it down, he's in a big problem. Okay. No, I don't want to fireball this. Have fun, Dalinar, because I don't know the solution to this turn. Because this is just weird. Okay, so there's a +1. It's canceled out by this guy. And this guy. Gets a knockdown there, which is fair enough. That's kind of why I stood the rat back up, so this guy could get punched. I'm sad that that's another KO and that's 2 removals in 2 turns, which is a bit rough. But it does mean that this guard Black Orc is stuck there. And he's gonna have to punch with another guard piece over here. It just limits the options of where he can go. Theoretically, he could blitz with the thrower for 1. Yeah, he could 2-die with the thrower. But then the thrower was going. Oh, never mind. He's just going for the 4+4+ with team rerolls. Both down is fine, because as we covered, that is shadowing. Oh, God. I kind of need that piece, but I can't. If I Apple this and it's something actually worse while on my team dies, like, my season is over. So I can't Apple that. I don't really know what his plan is here, though. Because, like, obviously you put the guard into this piece. Okay, he's blitzing the Gutter Runner. He gets the knockdown. So you can slot the guard in there. And that's 1, 2, 3, -1. So that's still a 1-die. Like, dude, you could have 2-died with the thrower and picked up the ball. Okay, so you've canceled that out. You've just put literally every player you have in a box when I have both a wizard and a bot. That seems questionable. He makes the pickup. Double failing this pickup would be like uber punish. Now, where do you put it? Because it feels like there's a lot of places that are not safe right now. And I don't really know what the answer to where you put it is. Because if you take the ball back here and you lose it, and this guy doesn't get, like, broken when you knock him down, you just lose. Okay, so he takes it forward. Okay, well, I tried to turn that into a zap, but I don't know why the game hates using its features. But I did manage to down things. I actually think I used the bomb as a tackle zone instead of a bomber, which is disappointing. But I unfortunately think it is correct. Oh yeah, because guard is there. I do have another piece free. I'll just stand this gutter runner up. I don't really like it, especially because that's a thing, which means I need to follow into this. And I have to, like, one die in. I could one die from this direction, but that doesn't fix the stand firm issue. I have to one die Juggernaut in now. A 1 in 3 if I reroll it to knock him down. I think I have to reroll it. Nope, it's not good enough. Let's take tackle. Oh no, that's also stand firm. God. I hate this. I hate this so much. Let's put you on the ball, making things weird. I'll punch your thrower. Punch is good. That's a 1 die, that's a 1 die. And then I think I take the -2 pickup and try to just GFI backwards. I make the pickup. I make the dodge. And then I have to go like this way. Or I like dodge off and I dodge out this way maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I dodge this way and then dodge this, if I GFI this way and then dodge this guy around, I'm good. So I have to do both GFIs this direction. And now I need this dodge to come over here. And I think that's sufficient, and I have to reroll this. Oh, that sucks! Either one of those rolls going correctly, either getting the knockdown here or this dodge, and I'm essentially home free with this ball. And now it just gets punched by a Black Orc. And it probably gets punched by a Tackle Blitzer, because he can probably clear this now. And then, like, my entire team gets knocked down and surrounded. Yeah, I just lose. He has to quad skull something, or I just lose. If I had, like, one more rat left in the team, but he's removed 3 rats in 2 turns, which is a problem. But yeah, I went all in on this play and it didn't go well enough. And there's a knockdown, because of course he gets a knockdown. So GFI with the I feel like he cut out the current movement. Alright. Yeah, with that guy getting stunned this turn, I just lose. Why are you blitzing with the Black Orc? What are you doing? What? What? Like, genuinely. He did a GFI with the Black Orc to avoid doing a GFI with the Blitzer? when all you have to do is not take the GFI with the Black Orc, and then you hit with 2 die with block and tackle, it's the same risk, but objectively better, especially because your failure state, but you're still marking the gutter runner. I am baffled. And I mean, his position is so overwhelmingly strong that it doesn't matter. Like, I still lose this because I can't go anywhere with the ball. So, like, he could have literally just let a monkey with a typewriter do things, which, judging by that move, he may have. And he would still win out of this position. So how do I... What is my out? It's gonna have to involve a lot of dodging. So, like, where can this guy go? He can go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can screen off and just hope that that's good enough. So I have to go like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I have to do GFIs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel like I have to do GFIs with the gutter that if he gets out. So you go to this square, I think, and then you get surfed if any of this fails. But I can't do anything about that, so. Okay, so the first dodge is good. Can I do anything about this? Not really. So this is just going to be a 3 into a 2. And then I GFI to this square? I think I GFI to this square. Game? I think if I GFI to this square, I maximize the time that he has to spend dodging. Dodges are good. GFI is good, which is nice because I'm out of rerolls. Do I 1-die this? It's a 4+ to just lose my tackle zone. I think it's better to force him to have to actually deal with this piece. 4+3+ to just come over here and be in the way. What's your chances going this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for it, go for it. Okay, so you're not much of a threat because of this guy's position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go for it, go for it. Have I actually... Does this actually cut off the position? Let's just try to get out. And, like... have this piece... 3? Huh. So interestingly, the whole interface breaks if you go back a sequence in your movement. Okay. And I don't want you being punched, so I just put you here and try to isolate this guy. I don't know how all this is working. But that's one hell of a punish for a poor sequence turn. Because, like, the worst case is just staying there to limit where this cutter can go. And then you do the same action with this blitzer. Like, you just punch him, and you just 2+ with this blitzer. He's removed a rat a turn. In fact, he removed 3 rats in 2 turns, but yeah, that's what's happened to the rats cast. But I've managed to uber punish him. And so I just gotta see if I can survive him pinning me to the sideline. So 1 GFI to pin me to sideline with tackle. Um, I don't like that square. So now if he doesn't get the knockdown, okay, he gets the knockdown, so he's not punished, but if he doesn't get the knockdown there, then this guy has to like 3+ dodge this way. Like, that's a massive misposition. Like, that's losing level misposition. If he puts that orc in this square, sure you don't gain the movement, but it gives you the options of not throwing the game if you don't roll a 5 or a 6. Why are we debating this? Yeah, why is this a debate? You put Blitzer here. Downer? Have you disconnected? The question should last as long as it takes to count 10 squares. There you go. I mean, I guess you could put him here and bring and GFI this piece over, and that would be equally fine. But still, like, that's not a question. You force the 3+2+, because the alternative is I just go around you. That's a failed dodge, or failed GFI. Why are we not immediately clicking reroll? There's no world where you don't reroll that. Yeah, so this guy getting stunned last turn is predictably, the death now of this, because like I said, him getting stunned was like the end of it. If this guy was over like here and he could dodge out and hit this, then maybe I'd have a chance. Hey, Newt. So this is now a 4+, 3+2+, with no rerolls. That's really bad. Fails that. Is there any world I can improve this? I don't think so. I mean, I can technically GFI for the blitz. I could blitz into this guy to try to remove tackle. And the dodges become infinitely better if I remove tackle from any part. Can I get someone over there? I have to dodge him to remove this 4+. Hang on. Where is Dave's action calculator? Is a 3+2+, which is 55%, better than a straight 4+. The straight 4+ is a 50%. So 3+2+ is 5% better than this. The alternative is, but that is a 5% difference in the play. But if I fail this version of it, then then I don't turn over unless I fail the GFIs. 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 34%, whereas 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 38%. So it's a 4% difference in play, but there are versions of this, but this adds an additional dice roll that could turn me over. If I fail the 4 plus, I don't immediately turn over and I can try the dodge. Game? Oh, I forgot! With the blitz, I'm an idiot. With the blitz, it doesn't even matter. I really needed that knockdown. Do I take this 2-die? And move the bomb in to just mark things? Stand you up to limit your movement. Let's bring you around as much as I can so you're still standing. I think I take the 2-die to move the bomber. Okay, just to push, so the bomber stays where he is. Yeah, I'm dumb, and I forgot that animal savagery works on blitzes, is 2 plus on blitzes. So now let's just lose the ball. Yep. Ball goes out. Why does it go towards him? What is this? Why does it go there? Why couldn't it go like anywhere in this direction and it had to go there? Like the worst place on the pitch it could be. Oh, Quad Skull? Please, Quad Skull, because you kind of deserve it for not moving this Black Orc first. Because, like, if you just put this Black Orc here, you don't even have to bother re-rolling that. The ball is that safe. Yeah. So, now I just lose, because I committed my entire team into getting bashed. Off of the wizard play. And he's removed 4 rats in 4 turns, and I'm sure he's gonna remove a 5th rat this turn. Why are we... What are we debating? We have, like, 3 pieces that haven't been moved. That are doing nothing, and will be doing nothing. Put this Black Orc here, or here. You're almost certainly wanted in this square. Why are we picking up the ball? What? Why would we not put the Black Orc in front of this? Because if he double fails that pickup, the ball carrier just gets blitzed by my blitzer. You needed the Black Orc to be in the way, and more importantly, be a mark on the scatter. Why would you not do that before rolling dice? I'm gonna have an aneurysm in this game. And again, where does this Black Orc go? Why is this Black Orc not moving its 4 squares, or this Black Orc moving its squares before you roll more dice? Where could you possibly be putting either of these players that block facilitates? But yeah, he moved 1 square. He could have done that first. Or, you know, you could blitz this guy, because this was way more important of an action than this blitz, than this hit. This hit effectively did nothing. And even if you remove the bomber, it effectively does nothing. Why would you not blitz first? And in fact, if your plan was always to blitz with this Black Orc, Why did you not do that before you picked up the ball? It's infinitely safer. I'm gonna go crazy. And also, we just did nothing to cover that this is a 3+ dodge to 1 die. So that's a thing. I think this is technically a safer action, so I'll take this first. Hopefully Claw will do something. I feel lied to. I mean, Claw did something. It just didn't. There's nothing to follow it. Yeah, and this is just a 3+1 die for free because we didn't bother to cover it. Oh, nope, I'm getting punished. Like, we had movement when we picked up the ball, and we took 2 squares forward. Play. I mean, heck, we could have just gone backwards, stood here, put the black orc here, and you would have been 100% fine. Like, there would be nothing I could do, even with those 2 players completely free. Nope, there goes another one. Yeah, this game is basically over. It doesn't matter, he had tackle. Yep. But yeah, the point of all this rant is there was about 6 or 8 different ways that his choice of action of how he picked up the ball and didn't secure this position could have gone horribly, horribly wrong and lost him the drive. Like, even just picking up on a 3+, like, if I got lucky and KO'd this thrower, he has no rerolls and has to pick up on a 3+. So it's like, he very well could just immediately lose the drive after removing this many players after surviving a wizard. Is just ridiculous to me. Oh, yeah, this foul makes perfect sense. I'm fine. One day? Oh, that's a skull. Die. Disappointing. Is there any pieces that can even get to the ball? No. Not if I go that way, so I have to go through... Nope, that's not good enough. Yep, can't get there. So, first off, I'm going to try to kill this guy. I knock him down. Standing firm there is a little baffling because you can force me... Because if you don't stand firm, you let me push him down or here. Then you 100% surf this rat over. Oh, no, because I'm not an idiot. I would put the orc here instead of here. And I don't think without the blitz. Yeah, never mind. Well, standing firm is the wrong choice because you want to give the option for me to make a mistake. If I make a mistake and I push the orc here, then he absolutely can surf the rat ogre for free. And it's not like being down in this position or down in this position is any different. No squares where I can actually, like, touch the ball. So I think I foul this blitzer. Or do I foul the black orc? The blitzer has tackle. This blitzer gets hit. Okay, disappointing. Let's just try to put you down here to vaguely threaten something. Game? It's just started refusing tasks lately. I had to path out that command like 4 times. No, he wouldn't have been able to surf it because he would have to hit it twice regardless if it's sitting here and he doesn't have frenzy. So the only way he would be able to do that is if he could push from either this square or this square with the rat ogre down. Which is why I would have filled this square with its orc. But still, there's no like fundamental difference between being knocked down in this square and knocked down in either of these 3 squares. So it is objectively correct to not stand firm there and give me an option to make a mistake. Because you lose nothing, and you give me the option to make a mistake and you can gain something out of that. Yeah, I don't care, because I'm not winning this game. So badly hurt is just better. Yeah, he's far enough away. He lives! And now I punch a blitzer, I guess. Because there's... Well, maybe no, I punched the lineman. I punched the lineman because he doesn't have block and I do. That seems about right. Go on, roll dice. I dare you. Punch all these pieces, roll a double skull. I dare you. Hey, fiction. Kaz, the reason I have 2 dirty player gutter runners is because I've spent the entire time of team's development trying to random wrestle on a gutter runner, and I keep being dirty player. I am incapable of rolling a random kill other than block with one dirty player. It is driving me crazy, and it's to the point where I can no longer afford to random skills. Also, for the record, these blocks are 100% wrong, and he deserves to roll a double skull on this, and it will be hilarious if it happens, but judging by the rest of the game... Are you that greedy? You're going for the surf? Oh, please tell me you're planning to try to surf this. Block is a good skill. Oh, I lose block entirely because I lose my tackle zones. I forgot that that's a thing now. But yeah, Apparently that's how they work. I'm not certain if that's how they are supposed to work. I think that's how they work now. Um, but yeah, for the record, all of those rolls were wrong. I'm gonna argue this because if I can throw a bomb at him and his team, it's good. Nope. I would like to have seen literally any animation to tell me that, but you know. But yeah, all of those blocks were wrong because if he just rolled a double skull, he loses the game. He loses the drive. He doesn't get the score, and he didn't need those removals. So it's like I think that's like a 30% chance. When you have two dice, yeah, when you have two dice and no rerolls, there's like a 30% chance to hit matching dice. Um, so if you just hit the 30% on any of those blocks being double skull, he just loses the game. Just straight, well, he doesn't necessarily lose the game, but he just straight up doesn't get the score there. Um, and there's a distinct possibility that if I have all these players, I can stall for 8 turns. Yeah, Fiction, I'd have to agree that that's not really a good change. Why are we making big guys worse? Um, I have Juggernaut, so I can theoretically blitz. I can get 1 square out of this. And 1 square is not enough. Big bounce. A little annoying, but it's fine. Yeah, so we'll start with this block. Just push. Not great. So if he stands firm there, he forces me to hit with this guy, who is really a lot more likely to turn over than anyone else. Well, I guess I could technically go here and hit this way. I'm just like this guy can foul now. That's a little baffling to me. Knockdown is good. Knockdown, yeah, I have tackle. This is still a knockdown. Oh? Just as done. Disappointing. Again? Yeah, and then I guess the question becomes, do you stand firm here and get this guy fouled? Or do you... Well, I guess if I want to foul this guy, I can foul him regardless. So, I think I absolutely foul this Black Orc. Disappointing. Let's put you here. And try to get the SPP I need. Okay. I'm not entirely sure why we're using on the ball. It doesn't do anything. There we go. Well, I at least get all level out of this. KOs come back. Maybe I can get a draw out of this. Like, he makes big enough mistakes that maybe I can make a draw out of this, but I doubt it. I don't really have a way to straight up fight this. I needed some form of advantage from the bomber, and just didn't get it. Okay, well, I can just punch this guy in the middle. Punch, punch. I mean, I guess I could probably blitz something, but I doubt it would be useful. I can't just two-turn because I don't have any options if I two-turn. Like, my two-turning doesn't do anything. Oh, wrong click. Right? Yeah. So it's kind of like, why bother? If I had any skill that would help me do something to break the cage, I would consider two-turning here. But I think playing for the draw is correct. That is a real close kick. It scatters. I mean, I guess I give you the ball, because you're the one that needs to level up. And I just make this purely a development game. Yeah. So, you have to punch now. Oh, this is fine. Follow up. Oh god. Don't really want my Rat Ogre on the Black Orc, but it is unfortunately the world I have painted for myself. Block is a good skill. If I was competent, I would have a gutter runner like on this square, and I could just shoot the gutter runner through and cause him to have to do things. But I am not. I can, however, actually blitz something. See, so it's 3 squares from here, so I can come like, say, 1, 2. I need the GFI with him, I think. So what do I do with the ball? I think the ball comes here. I put you here. And then I make a world where this gutter runner can split down the side. So that he has to respect that option. And I think I have to GFI here to keep this guy safe. I don't know how I'm gonna pull. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I'm gonna pull a draw out of this. It's a little rough. I don't really have the skills to be able to fight this, so I needed to be in a position where a quick two-turn actually does something. But now I have to wait for him to, now I have to wait for him to commit, and then try to shoot down his side and stall for as many turns as possible. With the Red Ogre being in the center, it's a little bit awkward too. So I don't have the strength 5 to just be able to punch a Black Orc and make a hole. So I'm not entirely sure what my play is going forward. He appears to be just making a cube around the Rat Ogre, which is a little confusing. Oh, he's blitzing it, which... I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like it really does anything there. It's like... You could just put a Line Orc or two on it and just sit there and you'd be fine. I think he's overcommitted, though. I think now I just blitz this Black Orc and go down a side. Right? Yeah. And unfortunately, it has to be with this Gutter Runner, so I can't really protect it. But if I just blitz here... Knockdown is very nice. I shouldn't have followed that. If I stayed in this square, this guy would get to move and I'd come through this square. So that's a big mistake, because now this guy's going to get stuck with its Black Orc. What are the squares that I can take here? You can come, like, all the way. Where can you go? Alright, so you can get there. And then you get there. You can come over here, and you can complete that side of the screen. What is this? Red die, red die. This is a 2 die. 2 into a 1. It removes a guard. Potentially removes a guard. Does this Red Ogre... What happens here? So this is... -3, so if I remove this, that becomes a 1 die. I don't think that positioning really improves any. So... I think I dodge... here. And I reroll this. Oh, God! Three plus 2 plus 2 plus with a reroll to hit the ball. Yes, I really needed that dodge to both cut off that angle and have a rat free to be able to blitz. So that's really bad. Yeah. Newt, if the replay for that game is still up, I could take a look at it after this. There's usually not any live games to cast by the time my game ends. And I enjoy casting games. Even if they can't fix their replay system. Oh, there's a serious injury. So the question is... Where's the blitz going? If the blitz is this play, then why isn't like, why aren't all these pieces that don't need to roll dice to move coming over here first? And if the blitz is up here, why are we not setting up for that? Why aren't we doing that first? Because these hits down here, comparatively with little risk, there's no point in doing these blocks before this block, because this block is more important. It just kind of confuses me why, like, it's sequencing. Okay. Okay, the blitz is up there. He did not spot the wraparound blitz. That stun is really bad, actually. 1G if I had to cut off? Yeah. Can this guy score? This guy can technically score. So he does need to be careful of that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm perfectly happy to take a look at that game and give you some pointers on what I think went wrong. Oh, there's a serious injury. Yeah, my team is just dying. So, what are my options here? GFIs, so 3+3+2+ with GFIs. 3+3+2+ without GFIs, but this is through tackle. Red die here. To make this like a 2+, potentially. I could put you here, I could 1-die this. That doesn't have enough movements. What are the odds of a red die getting at least a push? -2, 3 successes, 43 chance. Meanwhile, I could do with dodge 3+3+2+, 2+2+, that's 47. And yeah, so this is slightly better than the red die block. And if the red die block doesn't get a knockdown, it adds additional dice that I have to roll. Three, 4, -1 there, yeah. So this is the best possible play. Let's go there and then I can count some dice. Count some squares. Why does it keep doing this? Okay, I made it through. You can't reach me. 1 GFI, you can't reach me. 1 GFI, you can't reach me. 2 GFIs, you can't reach me. Ooh. I think I agreed this. Oh, punished. Yep, punished. Yep. I have to appo this to a stun. That extra turn would have been huge. And the ball had to scatter in the direction that he could actually get to it this turn, which is just aggravating. But yeah, 2+2+ river reroll, absolutely worth doing to buy one more turn of him not being able to score. And now I just straight up lose, as opposed to having a small chance to eke out a draw. No, there's no point in doing that one at a time. If I do one of them, I'm committed to the play regardless. Because if I pass the first one, then I'm doing the second one. If I don't pass the first one, then I'm GFIing again to get into the touchdown zone, because otherwise I just get blitzed. It doesn't matter if I do that one at a time, because there's no outcome where if I fail the first one, I don't make a second GFI. If there was an outcome where I didn't make that second GFI, then yeah, I do that one at a time. This is actually a pet peeve of mine, is people just look at things and go, oh, well, I'm making 2 rolls, I should make them one at a time. Well, if you make them one at a time, and there's no world where you're not making a second GFI regardless of what happens, you're just wasting time. Why are you burning that time on your clock? You're always going to make that second GFI. And then he's probably going to foul the Rat Ogre to protect his team. Oh, okay, we're blitzing. Okay, gutter runner lives. Greed rerolls it, still lives. I mean, from this position, he could literally let the chimpanzee at the keyboard and, you know, still pull it out, but... What is my out here? My out is that he doesn't, like, ever cage. Can I make that a world? I unfortunately just have to, like, mark everything up. If I blitz here... Probably should have done this play first, because this play is safer, but it doesn't really matter. How do I prevent a cage farming? Let's put you here. You're unfortunately gonna have to go like 3+2+. And mark this guy. So I think I put him here, because then it cuts off all these squares. Yeah. And I don't think I do this one first. Because even though... Well, no, I need this guy marked. So this guy's staying here. I need this guy marked so he can't just blitz through with this guy and then have like 2 players moving simultaneously. So this is the path through. And this is entirely to prevent him from caging. Of course I fail. So the idea here was, if these two players don't get, like, knocked down and removed or broken. And these guys are kind of tied up and screened off. He brings the ball, like, here, and then I just swarm him with gutter runners. Or dodge out with a clan rat. And then the spare gutter can pick up the ball and score. The only out I had was him not being able to form at least some semblance of a cage. Like, if he just puts the ball here and the guard piece here, the game ends. So I had to make a world where he couldn't do that, and unfortunately it required rolling a lot of dice with no rerolls. Apostobus, welcome to the stream. I apologize, you have joined me at a time when there's not really any decisions to be made for basically this entire game. I will be interested in where he puts the ball. Because if he does it wrong, I could still do something. Okay, he's handing off. That's interesting, because if you roll 1 and 2 twice, I just pick up the ball and score. That's like the one play he could have done with his orc that could have lost him the ball, other than just leaving it in the middle of nowhere. Like, literally the only thing he had to do was take this orc, stand here, put the guard piece there. And then he wins the game immediately. I could blitz that. I can still blitz that. Yeah. This is... what? Why is there any world where I have a play on the ball? 3+2+2+1 die. Does he have dodge? He has dodge, so it's a 1 die out, so that's essentially a 6+. 2+2+3+. 1 die. 1 success is 19.2%. My game has frozen. There we go. Meanwhile, this would be 2+2+2+. So it's the same play, but with 3 2+s. To make this a 2 die. 23%. Okay. So interestingly enough, doing this first makes this a more likely play. Oh, I don't have a reroll. I thought I had a reroll left. But yeah, like, in this position, in this world where I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rats spread all across the field with no sense of cohesion whatsoever, the fact that there was a world where I had any chance to two-die the ball is astounding to me. Like, that's a level of bad play that makes me think if we played this game like 6 more times, I would win 4 of them. At least. Like, you can't just give me consecutive turns like that. Yeah, Kaz, exactly. I had 1 rat standing, and he has all of the field position. There is no world where I should have been able to get a 2-die. Like I said, he had a world where he just puts it in between two guard pieces, and it's immediately red die for anything I do. And the game kind of just ends there, and I don't really understand why that was the option he took. Because not only did he have, like, an additional 4 turns to move down the field from there. Oh dear God. Why? Why is there any play on the ball? Like, genuinely. There's technically a 2-die play at the ball. But there's no way that's better than this. But, like, seriously. It's like he's not even counting squares. I think this astounds me. Like, is it a good chance for me to knock down the ball? Absolutely not. But the fact that it was there at all kind of upsets me. Because what was that? 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 die with 1 success? Yeah. So that's a 5% chance for for him to lose the ball. But that's 5% chance more than there was any reason for him to give. You know? Yeah. It just, like putting it another way, that play is going to work 1 time out of 20. If you do that for, like, how long is this now? 9 games? If you do that play once a season, if you do that once every game a season, there's roughly a 50%, there's statistically a 50% chance that that play just works. Is there any point of doing anything? I don't think there is. I could hurt his players, but he's more likely to hurt my players in return. I'm gonna try to hurt this blitzer. Lame! Was there a split second where I could have, like, clicked on that? It looked like there was a split second where I could click on that. I'm assuming that would do nothing, but I'm not confident about that. But yeah, I mean, he could blitz this if he wants. Even if he, like, quad skulls this, he has another turn, and I can't punish him for it. Oh, making it so I can't, like, do crazy GFIs to mark him. Fair enough. Yep, and he's gonna try to foul this, because I just showed that I was gonna keep blitzing with it. Fair enough. Okay, he's safe. Yeah, there's not really much point of doing anything this turn. Oh well. I tried. It was very much a game where Duffel just said no. Yay, useless MVP out of that. What did I even get? I got 1 SPP. I made decisions that gave me 1 SPP. That's upsetting. What is this? Blood pass for vampires. I still don't understand these numbers. 26%. That seems absurdly low if I understand how these numbers work. Dodge is a bit low, but I did roll a whole bunch of 3+ and 4+ dodges at some point. Yeah. He rolled a lot more knockdowns than me, that's for sure. Game is validated, so I can at least look at the team. 3 M&Gs. And then this guy levels up. It's either sidestep or I save for mutation. I think I take sidestep. Being able to sideline cage would be so much better. I think I always take sidestep here. And does this guy get to choose a G? No, he needs 1 more SPP before he takes Sneaky Get. Yeah, and then no one else gained any SPP that game. Newt, I don't know what you're talking about. These names are completely original. Okay, so let's see. Have my opponents played their game yet? Or the other team have not played their game yet. Are they live? They are not live. Let's go back to... Well, that's not really what I wanted to do, but manage please, Rebel. Are there any live games? There are live games from Rebel for once. Who is streaming their game? T-Self is streaming their game. So it's either Jim in Melville or Toskai and Johannes. Well, we just watched Rats, and we've seen Melville play. So let's take a look at Toskai. This game is early in. Where is my bookmark? That's not the one I need. I need to see the thread of who's where. Okay, so this is Ariel returning. This is not the spreadsheet I needed. I do not remember what division this is. This is the spreadsheet I needed. So, Ariel Premier. Toskai. Okay. Okay, yeah, Toskai is up in 2A. So this is Ariel returning to A. That's done. Airborne is KO'd. So let's get it here. Looks like this is Toskai Norse versus Jahan Chaos Renegades. Oh, that's a double skull. Does he re-roll this? It's the last action of the turn. Does re-roll it. Who's pinging me? Do not know. Yeah, Jahan seems to be tied up at the moment. Well, except for this guy, just sitting here, able to throw a 1 in 6 chance of knocking down the ball. I don't. Maybe Toast Guy forgot this guy was here or just didn't see him? One player on the bench for the Renegades. Not entirely sure what they're doing. So that is a 2 heads, sure feet, goblin. That lineman is blocked, but also mini short 4+. Fresh Roger, block troll, or fresh regular ogre rather. The red ogre is stand firm block. Yeah, and this guy goes to make his 1 in 6 chance. I'd re-roll this because I don't see how I'm stopping him otherwise. But yeah, you absolutely make that butts, because why would you not? I'm not entirely certain I know which way the ball is supposed to be going. It looks like Toast Guy is on the offense, which means theoretically the ball is going in this direction. We have a 2 heads Splodge Dark Elf, normal lineman, tackle, block lineman minus Agi, fresh Renegade Skaven, just a block lineman. Block lineman. Oh, that's a failed touch. Just eats it. Does stun himself. Meanwhile, for our Norse, we have a Blodge Sure Hands Valkyrie and a Blodge Tackle Valkyrie. Doesn't get the knockdown, but does push the piece off. Standard lineman, a Mighty Blow Tackle Berserker, Mighty Blow lineman, guard Mighty Blow Berserker, who is minus passing, so that's fine. Standard lineman. This Ulf is block. The Yeti is block guard. Is there only one Yeti? There appears to only be one Yeti. Beer Boar is KO'd. And he has what looks to be a 2-man bench. Unchanneled Fury. How precisely does this one work? Okay, so I believe Unchanneled Fury is the one where if you roll a 1, you just don't do things. I would love to be able to read this skill. Unfortunately, the Blood Bowl developers do not like you reading their things. 2+ if it's Blitz or a block, yeah. So it just stops the action. It doesn't lose tackle zones, it just doesn't do the thing. does get the one die knockdown on the troll, which will free up these two pieces to make this cage safe. Unfortunately, it is a marked cage, so it's not exactly safe. Dodges out, dodges out on the 4+ mind you, to put guard here and make this safer. Trying to think of a way to make some chain push play, but I don't think they're positioned in a way that works. Rat Ogre gets an injury. So the Mighty Blow lineman is removed. Troll fails is really stupid. He's kind of isolated and probably out of this game. Not really sure. Okay, yeah, we're just blitzing in with the Ogre. Doesn't get the knockdown, which is a bit unfortunate, but it does put the Ogre inside the cage. Dark Elf could one die the Berserker to try to remove the guard from here. Both down, so guard stays. Which makes this block a one die, so... Oh, one die with the Norse Raider. I wouldn't have hate putting the Skaven into the cage too. That may have opened up chain push plays. KO is nice. That is now 3 players removed from the Norse team. It looks like Toast Guy is just gonna continue trying to push down this left-hand side. Just secure this position. I might have made that the blitz. You get the knockdown here and you reposition this piece up here. And just, like, run here. And then you're completely screened off and just score next turn. Maybe he doesn't feel like he needs to do that. Maybe he feels his position is strong enough that he doesn't need to do that this turn. Yeah. Frenzy pushed the guard in, which generated a 2-die block, which is going to, in turn, generate another 2-die block. Takes the push. Interesting. I mean, it makes the Ulf more relevant. And if he'd gotten the knockdown, it would have been another +1. Oh, I see. If he'd gotten the knockdown, he gets to punch this Ogre for a 2-die. He doesn't get the knockdown. He hits the Clan Rat with the ball. But if he stays, he now gets to punch the regular Ogre. He follows. I'm confused. I thought the whole point was to generate a 2-die on this Ogre. He does remove the Ogre. Which is really good. I just thought the whole point was to make a 2-die block on the Ogre. And then he doesn't make a 2-die on the corner. He instead dodges out to make this cage corner safe from the Rat Ogre diving the ball. Some interesting plays there. There's theoretical, like, 1-die follow 2-die chain push plays that open up the Valkyrie to getting blitzed by the Rat Ogre again. So, like, you 1-die here, and you push him in, and then you put that guy to that square, and that gives you a 2-die block on the Renegade Skaven. Okay. Instead, we're gonna hit this Valkyrie, we're gonna pal it, and we're gonna put tail on the ball. And we're just looking to, like, lock up as much of this team as possible. Stun is very good, so... Are we putting... We're not putting the Rat Ogre on the Ulf, surely. Well, no, he's in a tackle zone, so he's stuck. But that is stand firm, which is going to make it awkward to move that piece out of the way. Interesting. Not entirely sure why we took the block with this piece instead of the block tackle one. Like, I guess he wants tackle to come around. And if he got the knockdown, he could bring tackle around and mark the dodge piece. But I feel like if you just took the block with one of these two pieces, the positioning of where the Yeti goes is just, like, infinitely better. Also, yeah, this troll technically could make that roll, like, the first action because there's no downside, but he's essentially out of the game, so who cares? Wait. No, that wasn't a 2-die, it was a 1-die. This shouldn't be too hard to clear. Is he pushing the ball down? Okay, I see what he's doing here. I think. Okay, we get the push, so this is gonna be a chain push somewhere. Isn't that wrong, though? Yeah. But it's okay because the stand firm fixes it. I thought that the play we were trying to generate was... You block this direction and push the Valkyrie one square this way, so you can just go this way. And I thought that was the play we were trying to generate. So I'm not entirely sure what the goal of these particular chain push actions are. That does appear to be what the end result is that it turned into this play. And now it's just 2 points to score. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Theoretically, if we punch here, this guy can come up here and screen all this off, and he can just stand here. I feel like I would have gone one more square up and to the right. I'm not entirely sure why he would stand here and not here. Doesn't this guy just punch you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? What are you screening off from down here? The Yeti isn't reaching you. In fact, if you'd taken one more square, it wouldn't even be able to mark you. And he had one more square, right? And if you put this piece like here, these pieces wouldn't be able to reach you. Because now this is just a chain push play, right? You hit the Valkyrie, you push into this lineman, and the lineman comes up here. Okay, he's gonna have to punch his Skaven, which is unfortunate. Hey, he even gets the POW. And the badly hurt. That's really good. But yeah, I think those guys should have scored. Yeah, has to Apo that. But I kind of think those guys should have scored here. He could technically 4+ to make this a 2-die, but I don't think that's worth it. I think you just take the 1-die. Nope, doesn't knock him down, but does force some dice out of him. So Toast Guy survives the potato. Passes Unchanneled Fury to generate a 2-die block there. Do you really need this 2-die block? I feel like at minimum you should be making the 2-die block on the 2-die blitz on this guy first. To find out so that you have your reroll. Because like if you double skull this and have to use your reroll and then you double skull this, like that feels really dumb. So I feel like he should have done the blitz first before doing that other block at minimum. We do have a keg. I forgot to check inducements. Okay, so there's a keg and a bribe out of Calvinism and Hobbes from Johans. This does leave Johans with 2 turns to potentially score. Yeah, looks like we're setting up to just take a bunch of punches. Unfortunately, losing the ogre means that if he does decide he wants to throw, he has to throw with the troll, which is just so much worse. Dark Elf can get a square closer to the ball. We're gonna go down, like, guess we're trying to go down this right-hand side, and we're gonna leave the toss play as an option. Yeah, because the Valkyrie can reach anywhere back here. So if you throw now, you have to score. So you may as well try to make the two-turn. Oh, punches his own hitter, which is unfortunate. Um, does get the knockdown. No break. Looks like we're just kind of gonna be throwing a goblin at the problem. Which I think means that theoretically you try to hand you 1, 2, 3, 4. Theoretically, I think that means that you hand off now, and potentially you try to throw the goblin now. Because giving Norse a one-turn attempt is not that scary. Did not activate handoff. So it is a two-turn goblin throw, which is just interesting. Whenever I have a problem, I just throw a goblin at the problem, and immediately I have a different problem. Yeah, that is how it tends to go in my experience. So the issue I have with this is you slot the Yeti in here. Oh no, this guy moved because when I was reading and not paying attention. That makes more sense. Is there a world where we can make this a chain push to like move the goblin away from the troll? I don't think so. Double both down there is a bit unfortunate. Are we just gonna like frenzy the Yeti in? Oh, we could put the beer boar in. Right? Because that's Titchy. So rerolls it and fails the loner. So the correct play is you take the beer boar and you dodge it in here because it's Titchy, and then you use the Yeti to blitz this lineman, and you push the goblin away from the troll. So the goblin goes back a square and away from the troll, which means the troll then has to... Then you have to free up the troll, and the troll has to go backwards a square, so you lose a square on the goblin throw. Because then not only do you have to like do all the normal troll actions, but you have to throw him far enough that he lands far enough forward. And I think that's the chance of actually stopping this. But maybe I'm wrong. He has marked up like a lot of pieces. Rat Ogre 2 die, just taking the Mighty Blow hit, I guess. I don't like super hate that because the troll play is rather unlikely right now. And I was just trying to figure out how to deal with the Yeti. Also, as a reminder, the Yeti does have Disturbing Presence, which means that attempts for throwing teammates, or, you know, catching the ball is just worse. Passes Animosity, fails the 5+ catch, and the turn ends. With that being a 5+, I wonder if it was worth it to just red die with block. Because if I remember correctly, a red die with block, 3 successes. Red die with block with 3 successes is 25% chance. Which, is that better than a 5 plus? No. The 5 plus is 33%, so that's better. But I guess it's technically, if you consider it 5 successes, that's like 70% chance. Like, block doesn't knock him down, but block would stop him from turning over. And then you could do the other play. So I think you just throw the red die out at the Yeti and try to make that a 4 plus catch. But regardless, it's not like that was the likely play anyways. You know, a troll throwing a goblin. So going into our second half, Toast Guy has used his Appo, has 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 players on the pitch, is only down a Mighty Blow lineman. The score is 1-0 to Toast Guy. Jahance still has his reroll, still has his bribe. Until the end of this half, all rush tests suffer a -1 penalty, or if both gamers roll this result, a penalty of -2. That is relevant. I will check to see. Okay, only one. It's only been rolled by one. So all GFIs are now at a -1. So there are 3 pluses. Meanwhile, Jahance has 3, 6, 9, 10 pieces on the pitch. He's out a block lineman and a fresh ogre. He does, however, still have his Appo and his bribe. 3-die block out the troll. We get the knockdown. Oh, okay, there's a head injury on this lineman. So we are now at 10 players apiece. Another break. Just a stun. Yep. That's fine. We might see a piece. We might see a piece come over and foul this lineman. Or we can foul the stun piece. I don't like fouling the stun piece, but at the same time, it's also two more assists. But fouling the non-stun piece is better, in my opinion. Okay, we foul the stun piece. Badly hurt. Does get sent off, but we do have a bribe. Argues the call, fails, but he does get to bribe still. Bribe is a success, so the goblin stays on the pitch. Bribe is expended, but he has expended that bribe to remove a piece. Which means that 3, 6... The Norse now have 9 players on the pitch. And both those removers were injuries, so they're not coming back. So not only do you have less players, but you've lost almost all your linemen. So the question becomes, what pieces are you going to expose to getting punched? And with each piece you knock down, the beer boar becomes increasingly less useful, because there's just going to be less pieces on the floor. Because you're not going to put... Well, normally I would say you wouldn't put positionals in places where linemen would just get knocked down. But there's currently a berserker that's just marking a troll, and this Ulf and these Valkyrie are just one-on-one basing these linemen here. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeti Blitz and into the troll. Makes sense. 2 into a 2. No knockdown, which is a little concerning because now, yeah, we take the both down so that you're not marking both big guys with your Yeti. If we mark the Rat Ogre with something, we could one die with this lineman into the troll, but I don't think that's worth it. You could just feed the beer board to the Rat Ogre, but that's probably not worth it. Okay, just some probing blocks along the side right now, just generating what 2 dice you can. Troll into the guard berserker, fair enough. We might end up blitzing this Yeti. Uh-oh. Just a stun. In this position, I think Jahance is happy to just sit here and he has higher strength value, higher armor value. He does have a 2-die blitz into the Yeti. He could follow up and foul it with something. Like you would normally foul with a goblin, and I'm not sure that's the play just because you want that goblin for the 1-turn attempt. But maybe Jahance has decided that he's going for the draw in this game. 2-die does not knock down the Yeti. Unfortunate, but I mean, we have a blitz follow-up still. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the goblin can blitz the Yeti. The goblin does not blitz the Yeti, which makes me sad. He does, however, generate a hit on the Mighty Blow tackle piece. Could dodge away with the lineman and blitz. Maybe that's worth it, I don't know. Yeah, the goblin blitzing the Yeti is really funny. And it may have even been the correct play, because the goblin is now just explodes. And he lives. Yeah. So this left-hand side just gets destroyed. Yeah. 3 blocks, 3 knockdowns. Okay, canceling out all these tackle zones, which means this is like another +1. He could hit into the. Oh, it's just another player removed. Seriously hurt. That's an M&G. Putting the beer boar in danger would have given him a 2-die on the Rat Ogre, but I think the goal was to try to take the Yeti away from the big guys for the moment. Both teams just setting up, just brawling here. No attempts to disengage, just a straight up fight until one side runs out of players. But I think Jahance is entirely fine with that. Because, like I said, he has the higher strength value, and he has the higher armor value. So I think he's just gonna sit here and keep doing this until... you know, on average, Toskai runs out of players. Oh, Troll gets a pal on the Valkyrie. Uh-oh. That's another injury. That's a serious injury on the Valkyrie, and there is no Apo. Yeah, that's not good. Well, we roll a 1, so that Ogre unfortunately hits the Troll. Breaks the Troll and stuns him. That's kind of really bad. Just a push. Gets the knockdown on this lineman. The Red Ogre is a bit exposed and isolated now. Does, however, stun the lineman, so that lineman's not going to get up and isolate him this turn. Goblin dodges away. Does a rush. Not entirely clear why we did a rush there, especially because, reminder, there are moles under the pitch. So that rush was a 3+. Okay, but I ask you, what is this goblin doing in this square that he can't do from this square? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go for it, go for it. So that Ulf wasn't getting there regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for it, go for it. Okay. So I guess he's getting in the way of the Valkyrie path. Man. Toskai is showing no signs of backing down from this brawl. Yeah, Newt, welcome back. Both coaches apparently just decided that they're gonna just have a straight up brawl in the middle of the pitch. And we've had so many removals, I think it's time for a new count. The Norse have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces remaining. One of which is a beer boar, one of which is stunned. They are out both the Mighty Blow lineman and the block tackle Valkyrie. Meanwhile, our Chaos Renegades have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players remaining on the pitch. One of which is a troll that's stunned. The other is a Rat Ogre that's kind of isolated. Which is a little concerning. And now his Skaven Renegade is stunned. And he's out just a whole bunch of block pieces in the Ogre. Toskai looking to put on the pressure. Now that Jahance is running out of men. My concern is, if we deal with the Yeti, does the Dark Elf not just leave? Like, you just 2+ here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's like, go for it, and then you're behind whatever you use to deal with the Yeti. I don't know. The double stun and the Rat Ogre being like way too isolated is a bit of a problem. He does dodge through and around. Are you gonna GFI to use yourself as a tackle zone to deal with the Yeti? No. He instead marks up the Yeti with an additional piece so he can blitz with the Rat Ogre. Do you dodge the Goblin? Is the Goblin gonna seal this? The Goblin is in fact going to seal that. So he's now screened off from the bottom. He has to deal with the Yeti though. Which is a little scary because this is a 2+ without something to hit. So if he rolls a 1 with this Rat Ogre, he just loses the tackle zone and the ball's exposed. To a Berserker who has tackle. Ugh. I don't agree with this. So he went after the Mighty Blow tackle piece, which sure, fine. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if the Yeti just punches this lineman, then this Berserker just runs in and 2-dices you with Frenzy. That just seems infinitely worse than just punching the Yeti and completing your screen. Right? Because if you complete your screen here, I don't know how he actually stopped you from just running away next turn. That blitz kind of confuses me, I'm not gonna lie. Also, unless we're doing something that can't be done right now with this lineman, we should probably just move him over here or here to be relevant. Okay. Developing a punch into the Rat Ogre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do knock down the Rat Ogre, and I believe with a GFI, this Berserker has Mighty Blow Tackle onto the ball. Okay, and we're using the Beer Boar as a +1. So this should be just a GFI with Mighty Blow Tackle. Yeah, and just marking up the other pieces, because why not? We take the Yeti hit first. That's a big stun. Yeti hit does clear up the path, so this is no longer a 2+. Does allow us to bring an extra piece in as well. Oh, that's both down. Rerolls it, gets the knockdown, because he does have tackle. Breaks him as well. Scatter is very good for the Norse. Not entirely clear how we fix this. Hmm. blitzing with the Rat Ogre. I'm not really clear what blitzing with the Rat Ogre does other than trying to hurt this lineman. Maybe the play was to try. Maybe the correct play was try to like activate this troll, and you blitz the troll into Yeti to scatter, and hope it scatters like this way. I'm not sure there is a good play, but the problem is Jahance doesn't have players, and he needs to score. Toast Guy, on the other hand, doesn't need to score. So if he continues to hold this status quo, then he's fine. Goblin does a whole bunch of dodges, and then a 3+ rush fails and stuns himself. He was unlikely to pick up the ball, even without the failing the 3+. I don't know, I feel like the scatter play with the troll was kind of your only option there. But there wasn't really a good option because this position just completely collapsed on you. And now Toast Guy is just going to continue the blockchain. It was the only real safe move to make. So the question now becomes, what is the target that you blitz, and what are you blitzing with? Blitzing with the Yeti. Blitz it and into the troll. It's a lot of faith in the Yeti. When I feel like you could just blitz into the Renegade Skaven and get the same result. Boars have no hands, right? I'm assuming yes. Rerolls the pickup, so now Toast Guy has the ball. So where does the board go? There's multiple places that have 3+ dodges to get on the ball, so you can't really stop them all. Interesting, he leaves the Valkyrie on the Rat Ogre. Just doesn't want that Rat Ogre free to blitz in somewhere. And is willing to give up the Valkyrie hit with no Apo in order to secure that. So is this like a punch with blitzing with the Rat Ogre so that we can move the Rat Ogre around in front of the Norse Berserker? Okay, it's to the side of the Norse Berserker. Troll standing on a 4+. Could go into either one of these. Actually, no, he can't go into either of those squares because that's a Yeti there. Duh. 3, 4, 5. He has a 1 die to punch the Yeti. Probably better to dodge out. It's the same as the 1 die. What? Oh, he's -3 movement, so that was how he got. Yeah, that was the only way to get there. Is there like a chain push play? Okay, so the Yeti punches the Skaven, and then the Then so this Berserker is free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he just doesn't. There's just not enough players. to make a proper chain push here. I don't think. Block is a good skill. He could slot the guard piece in here. It's still not good enough. Okay, so puts the guard piece there. Turns this into a 2-die block. Which means this is a 1-die blitz. Theoretically could dodge one over on a 3+ because of Titchy. But 2-die block. I'm not entirely clear. Oh, that was 3. That was. Duh. Duh. This Red Ogre doesn't have guard. He has stand firm. So. The Berserker is essentially free and clear. Yeah. I'm struggling to see how... Casual 4+ Rat Ogre dodge to blitz the ball. Does he reroll these block dice? Fails the loner. Ball remains standing, but so does the Rat Ogre. How do we make this as hard as possible? We unfortunately just do not have the pieces to mark everything that Toskai has. We could theoretically 1-die the Yeti, and if we get the knockdown, that means this Skaven can dodge up here. Stands up, so the block is a 2-die. I feel like I would have preferred to just dodge out, so that we could just mark the Valkyrie and force the Valkyrie to dodge. Because now it's a 1-die block to just be free and clear, right? And like, sure, she has dodge is a 3+, but I'd rather force more dice out of him. Chooses the blitz the Dark Elf. I'm a little confused again. I mean, I guess this generates a 2-die on the Rat Ogre. But it doesn't really, like, advance your position any. Just this random 2-die to the side. I guess it's fine because this lineman could make himself relevant. These blocks I'm not sure I agree with. The Yeti doesn't agree with it either. And we just end turn. We didn't even hit with the Berserker. I'm a little confused by that. Because I thought the whole point of that sequence of events was to 2-die the Rat Ogre. And now the Rat Ogre just punches this Berserker for 2-die and KOs him. I mean, does Jahance have a scoring threat? He technically has a scoring threat. He can't hand off, though. Yeah, there's no way for him to score. Because he has to pass and throw the Goblin. I'm confused as well. I'm not entirely clear why we didn't take the Mighty Blow 2-die with block. So Jahance does not score. So this is going to end 1-0 to Toskai. There's technically a way for Toskai to score, but it seems unlikely. Yeah. Not pinning this guy to the sideline so that we can have the follow-up block potentially generate SPP. Yeah, so that's a 1-0 victory to Toskai. And this is 2A. So if I remember correctly, Toskai is undefeated, and Jahance has lost a game for the first time this season. So this is one of the big results of the week. Oh, setting up the chain push. We get the knockdown, we move the Rat Ogre away from the ball. Okay. That is not what we're doing. We were just taking a Mighty Blow hit. One, two, three, four. Disappointing. Still opts to try to pick up the ball. Does not pick it up. Doesn't really matter if the game ends. Congratulations to Toskai, and commiserations to Jahance. A lot of things happening in Help I Need an Admin right now. Weird. So let's take a look at the Rebel League again. Are there any games still alive? We have new games. I don't recognize any of these names immediately. Uh, Both of these teams are below 1,000 TV, so let's see what's going on here. Looks like both these teams have been beat up. Turn 5. Looks to be Wizards versus Chaos. Um, Yeah, I mean, these are fresh teams. This doesn't seem particularly, exciting. Let's go look at something else. Newts. What division are you in? I did say I was gonna take a look at that game. Do 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 do. Premier 2H. Gotcha. 2H. Let me put this on my spoiler screen real quick. Something weird is going on with my OBS where it just doesn't update what's going on the stream. Alright, so it'll be this game. Replay is still there. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I need to refill my water. So I'm going to run a quick ad, and then once that ends and I refill my water, we will look through this game. Okay, now let's load up this game. Do do do. Loading. Maybe? There it goes. Took a while. There we go. Immediately. There. Lots going on here, and I doubt I'll be able to pause. Holy crap, it's a miracle I can actually pause. So let's just immediately take a look at what's going on here. Lots of inducements went on. We got 2 assistant coaches, a bride, and then Fungus and Bomber Dribble Snot for the Skaven. Skaven have a strip ball lineman and then a kick lineman. Mighty Blow Tackle Blitzer. Dauntless minus AV lineman. That lineman should be getting targeted. Frenzy lineman. Block accurate thrower. Wrestle strip. Gutter runner. Block extra arm. Sprint. Sidestep gutter. Blodge step gutter. Okay, fair enough. That gives him a 2-player bench. Meanwhile, Newt has a Wrestle Sneaky Get Ghoul. And a Blodge Ghoul, regular Ghoul. Block Guard Mummy. Block Guard, and then Grab Mummy. Standard Skeleton. Mighty Blow Whites. Mighty Blow Tackle Guard Stand from White. Very nice piece. Block Zombie. 30-player Sneaky Get Zombie. Very nice. Tackle Zombie, and then Tackle Sure Hands? I guess that's a random skill. Fair enough. Both seems reasonable. Skill builds. 2 players for Newts. 3 rerolls each side. So, the first, as a Skaven coach, the first thing I'm gonna look at when I'm playing this is, okay, it's raining. That's 4+ on the ghouls. Lopsided defense, you commit 5 players here. So now I'm gonna kick this way. Let's see what the rest of the setup looks like. But you've got 2 strength 5 and guard. You don't need to commit 5 players to one side. Yeah. So this seems really weak on one side to me. If I had to guess, he's gonna try to kick the ball either right in deep or right in close. He doesn't have kick, so actually he does have kick. It's right here. So he's either trying to kick it like here, or he's trying to kick it back here. But yeah, like these 3 here are a trap. You just don't have to. You don't have to engage it. Put your 2 mummies here. Put the white in the middle. That gives you your 3 blocks, and then just you set up a guy, like 1 or 2 guys here, and you just set everyone else over here to protect this wing. And then suddenly there's not just this really weak side that the Skaven can just run down if there's a blitz. Because I'm gonna be looking to kick like close, and if there's a blitz, I just immediately win the game. If the ball comes over here with a blitz, I just swarm this, and I just immediately win, score in 2 turns. But this is absolutely, setting up off to the side like this is absolutely a trap. It's just an offsides trap. The main goal of it is he wants you to commit the mummies to one side of the pitch, and then if he gets lucky, the action is forced to a side, especially when it's raining. Because if this doesn't change, like your 4+ pickups, like this could get real awkward. Yep, and there's the close kick. It is just a quick snap, so you're not like super punished with this, unless of course you fail to pick up. Yeah, and we're just starting with 3 die blocks. These have with block, fair enough. And then just punch the storm vermin, which is fine. One thing I'm not sure about the Skaven setup is how much room he gave you. Like, he could be 1 more square forward. He could be 2 squares forward with the bomber. Reminder, there is a bomb in play, and you've put most of your good pieces just right here. Yep, so we failed the pickup, and most of your team is on the left-hand side. And we just immediately... Skaven running down the pitch. We throw the bomb, and we roll 1, and we immediately turn over. Throwing a bomb apparently gives me the touchdown template, or the kickoff template. So that's happening now. But yeah, I mean, you got lucky and he failed the bomb. I would not have thrown the bomb at all. I would have just blitzed through, taken over this position, and then throw the bomb like the last action in the turn. But he turned over. But you see how dangerous this position is. And now you're streaming back like all your players. You immediately foul the wrestle strip gutter. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I guess it's fine. This is relatively protected. And I guess you're just thinking that, like, if you pick up the ball and then he just wrestle grips you, what's the point? I would be looking to try to secure the ball. I would want to pick it up. Because every turn the ball is on the ground, the more dangerous this gets. And reminder, this guy has extra arms. Fails to pick up, re-rolls it, makes the pickup, dodges out. Yeah. But yeah, like, he has extra arms, so he's effectively just ignoring the rain. But now he has the ball because you left it on the field. And... Now what? I mean, that was just a 75% chance for him to pick up the ball. And... so he did it. You're doing a good job of removing line rats, which is nice. Everyone that you can remove is going to force... Yeah, with 2 injuries, you've now forced Fungus onto the field for the next drive. So... you're theoretically... Okay, another foul into the gutter runner, removes the gutter. I mean, this guy can just score, right? Okay, the game doesn't know where he is. Yeah, so like that guy could literally just score, but he doesn't need to. And he doesn't want to because he's the one that has the star player with bomb. So he's just gonna run away and then just throw a bomb at this group of players because why not? Okay, the game doesn't know where the bomb is going, but things are happening. Okay. What? Nope. Injured the bomber. Fair enough. I don't know if that was necessarily, like, the first action. Like, it doesn't really accomplish anything in terms of field position. So I'm not sure I would even roll those dice till turns the end of the turn. It's like, sure, it's safe, but roll something more important first. Yeah, I mean, this is the same dice. Why would you not just roll this one first before you roll one that's down on this end of the pitch? And, yeah, you probably should have moved, like, all these players that weren't involved with dice first. This one I would have moved first if you were really wanting the foul. Well, that's just... That's not true. It's turn, like, 5. Come on, game. What? Okay. There we go. This game, man. We saw all these actions. Yeah. Going in for the foul. You make the rush, you make the foul. You kill a gutter runner. That's pretty big. You apples it to a neck injury. That's pretty big. I mean, I'll argue the call, fails, whatever. You'll take that trade every day of the week. And then he's just going to score here. So let's go back a couple turns. Yeah. So we're massively outpositioned here. The ball is on the floor against Skaven. This is a terrifying position. Like, as a Skaven coach, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, this is one of the worst positions to be in as an undead team. In the rain, the ball is on the floor, I'm outpositioned against Skaven. So I would be looking at this like, how can I secure a cage around this ball? So let's... So, like, first thing I'm concerned is, instead of doing that block, I'm taking the block into this tackle sure hand zombie, because that immediately frees up a mummy. 1, 2, 3. The mummy is now in front of the ball. There's now a strength 5 piece standing in front of the ball. That's a big deal. And, like, my first thought is, I'm gonna move as many of these 3 players as I can afford to, just be standing beside the ball. If I move my entire team over here and then try to pick it up, if I pick it up, I'm happy to just stay in that cage. Because the alternative is if I fail something, this is not hard for the Skaven to clear and pick up. Especially because he's got extra arms. If he had Big Hand, he could just walk into this. But instead he's just ignoring the rain, which is also good. Punching the gutter is fine. I'm not sure I would take this action this early into the turn. Because, like, again, look at this. Like, if you double skull this block, like, what's protecting the ball? There's one player protecting the ball, and then it's just a 2+ pickup. Now, if you had moved, like, this zombie back here, freed up this mummy and put him here, sure, that's fine. It's kind of hard for him to pick up. The scatter could still go really bad, but sure. Block there. Frees up this piece. Frees up both these pieces. That's good. But yeah, again, we're going after this gutter runner back here. But, like, the ball's not safe. If you double that foul, what is on the ball? There's a zombie in the way. He blitzes the zombie, and then he just walks around you, and it's a 2+ pickup. I mean, you can try to screen off the ball, but you need to have an actual screen. This is a screen door on a submarine right now. You know? Yeah, and so he just goes, okay, I'm gonna blitz the zombie and I'm just gonna try to pick up the ball. Because that's a 4+. And with a reroll, that's 75% chance to just have the ball. But, like, just get in front of it. So, we've seen all this. What? Yeah. So we've learned a little bit, and we've got more players on this right-hand side. So this is a little bit better. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you hurt a gutter runner, if you leave the ball on the ground for another gutter runner to pick up. That's just me. I'm just gonna look at that as a fair trade. Removing a blitzer? What? Did he just put a blitzer on the LOS to get punched? Weird. I would definitely put the thrower on the LOS instead of the blitzer. That's confusing to me. Blitzing a gutter makes sense. I mean, this is a bit less dangerous because we have the ball now, but I feel like I would want to move the ball forward before doing this. Okay, Sneaky Git saves you. Imagine if you just got sent off there. Imagine you rolled that double 1 on the injury and got sent off, and you just lost an entire turn of movement. Okay. This is why I do not induce fungus. Finally decides he wants to push into a zombie. And does nothing. But the problem with that is he removed one zombie, and now Wrestle Strip Ball is just gonna go around. Fails the dodge off. It's pretty. That's twice now. He's gotten pretty unlucky with the follow-up to the knockdown. Let's go back a bit and take a look at this positioning. I think this is the action where it goes off the rails for me. Because, like, you put this blitzer back behind his team, but, like, what is he going to accomplish back there? He can hit some gutters. But how are you protecting the ball? Game, can I please see, like, what's been moved? Thank you. So, like, you blitz in here. This guy's not stuck here. But, I mean, we can still protect the ball from this position. We just make, like, a proper cage. Take, like, this zombie and put him here. Yeah. So, like, we came in, we hit this gutter, and then we more aggressively centered in on this. But, like, how do we keep the ball safe here? Because even without Fungus, this is just you put a player here, and then he 2-dies with this Klein Rat, and then you run through. You don't have anything actually, like, completing your cage. You've made a cage and just left the door open. And, like, this guy comes forward, he bases up. He's not accomplishing anything here. He's basing this thrower. You run in to try to foul this. I mean, that's a 1-assist foul. It's a 1-assist foul on a piece already stunned. Like, there's a lot of reasons to foul things. One of the reasons to not foul something is that it's already stunned and not doing anything next turn. But, like, look at your position here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go for it, go for it. He's 3-2 pluses from hitting your ball that way. If this wasn't Fungus, the guy would just put whatever piece this would be here. 1 die he can block there. Then he just walks through. But yeah, like, it's not even safe without Fungus, because he can just go this way. The thing you always have to remember is you always have to figure out, like, how far can the gutters reach? Because this looks like there's a good blockade. But when you count the squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, go for it, go for it. He can still down your ball with Wrestle Strip. without even having to engage with the rest of your team at all. He can do no other actions and still accomplish this. And against a team with no sure hands, aside from the zombie in the rain, I would do that every time. And now we see the fungus nonsense. And he finally manages to get a knockdown here. And now there's just one GFI to get to the ball. And Wrestle Strip, he knocks the ball loose. Admittedly, he doesn't have like a really great follow-up. There's just this one gutter runner in the back line, and then he double ones the dodge. Or double ones the he double ones the rush, it looks like. Which is just unfortunate. Okay, so you're at least protecting from failure now. You're moving some players back. My concern is none of these players you've moved back actually like mark the ball. There we go. Take the hit on the thrower, fair enough. Fouling the gutter again. Not sure how I feel about that. I guess, like, it's kind of fine. Alright, let's talk about the sequence a little bit here. Because some of this was just nonsense. Was there a good way of protecting this? Okay, well, first off, if the ball is gonna go this way, why do we not just put this Google runner one square over instead of this square? If we're taking the ball away from the big old cage we just made around this gutter runner, we may as well put this Google one more square over to just make this dodge harder. Because if he goes out this way, you don't really care. But like, it doesn't really do anything to pick up the ball and then walk away from the cage. Although I can understand like the wrestle strip just being right beside it is kind of scary. But like you've just again created a 4+ dodge to red dye your ball. Then there's the fungus nonsense that is just happening. And this is just a thing that's gonna happen when fungus is in play. Right, yeah, he's just repositioning a little bit. It is really awkward because like he has no follow-up to anything. But again, you're sure handsless undead in the rain, so just taking the ball away from you is potentially good enough, especially when you don't have very many turns to score. So just make this a 3-die red. And then you have this 5+6, 5+ dodge, 6+ pickup, which is just ridiculous. Like, that's insane. That I can't blame on you. This block, however, this block I can 100% blame on you. Why are you blocking this way? 1, 2, 3. Like, why are you not just going here and blocking this way so you can block up and give yourself a follow-up block with this skeleton? Like, you have a whole new set of dice you could throw at the ball. And like, sure, you've locked up this gutter runner, sort of. This is still just a 3+2+ for him to get away. But this gutter runner isn't doing anything. The gutter runner that's doing things is the one over here with the ball. And fouling this lineman doesn't really accomplish anything, but it's fine. At this point, playing normal State Blood Bowl probably isn't going to win you the game, so if the objective is to win, you do need to remove a whole bunch of rats, so I can understand that. But yeah, it looks like he's just setting up to just run backwards and hold on to the ball for the next 2 turns, which, fair enough. It frustrates me that he does all this nonsense with the loner piece instead of just dodging backwards, because I feel like just dodging backwards is infinitely more important than using food right now. But yes, well, he's behind the screen now. And yeah, and then 3+2+ away, now he has a scoring threat. And the scoring threat is sufficiently far away that it's kind of hard to deal with it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. And then we're punching fungus, which doesn't really feel like it does anything. Like, we're committing resources and actions into punching the loner with... Okay, no, I don't hate punching fungus. because he still has the bribe, so he potentially keeps that piece. I would be a little bit concerned about the throw to this gutter runner. He has a scoring threat, and we've just kind of ignored it. I tried to go backwards actions, and it went forwards in the game, because this is well designed. I think if you had done everything else the same, and you had put this school here, and this school here, I would have been okay with this. Not necessarily my favorite line, but I would have been at least okay with it. Because then you've got a -2 on this gutter. It's a 4+ catch along with the interference, along with it being probably a longer pass. Looks like a quick pass. A short pass, rather. But yeah, it's like you just completely ignored the scoring threat back here. Alternate line of play. You blitz the thrower. Because in this edition, gutter runners no longer pass on 2+s by default. So the gutter runner then has to pass 4+. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a quick pass, so that's probably 5+. In the range, that's a 5+, 2+. That's not exactly the most likely. But yeah, you can't just ignore scoring threats. Yeah. So, finally down the ball and chain, then it gets KO'd. And then we just foul this. But again, there's a scoring threat. So now he hands off. 4+, 2+, 2+, and he scores. Bribe is used, and Frugus stays out, which is unfortunate for our Skaven player, but good for you. But the issue is you're now undead 2 behind Skaven going into their drive. You have done a good job of whittling down their numbers, so they're at 7. So, I mean, there is a world where you can come back from this by just killing all of the remaining rodents. Short kick, weather finally changes. First action, he just secures the ball. I don't hate that, because because you can see he's just not engaging with your front line. And yeah, he's just gonna back up, do the old DACA play, and just try to buy as many turns as he can, because he doesn't need to score, he's 2-0 up. This line of play, I do not envy you having to figure out, because you have to push forward into this, and you have to do it very quickly, because you need to score as quickly as possible. But you also have to be careful that he can't just run away from you. So... yeah, that seems reasonable. I probably... I'm not sure I would foul, but I understand it because you absolutely remove as many rats as possible. He just runs forward, just marks up pieces. Yeah, this is the one problem. If you leave any holes in your defense, gutter runners will just run through them. So he's swarming one side because all these pieces that you had to leave here are out of position. But you did kind of have to leave these pieces here. Wow, okay. What was the sequence? 2 plus catch, 2 plus dodge, 2 plus dodge, 2 plus 4 plus is 1. So why did not just yeah, so just 5 plus pass. That's unlucky. The fact that you made it all the way through into the 5 plus pass, that's pretty unlucky. Yeah, so you can manually activate the pass, and you can just target whatever square is in range. I probably wouldn't have gone for the 5 plus. I probably would have gone for the 4 plus pass, because I think that probably would have been enough. But yeah, you can just activate the pass action and just target a square. And that is a fairly common play with gutter runners, is you just use your entire 9 squares of movement, and then you buy an extra gutter runner's worth of movement by throwing the ball. Yeah. But that's a bit unlucky. He didn't like wildly inaccurate or just inaccurate it or drop the ball around here. And that's not an easy position to navigate, to try to keep gutter runners of all players from slipping through a defense that has to go the entire field, while you also absolutely have to aggressively press in. So there's not a lot of options here other than push the gutter, punch rats, and run something backwards to try to pick up the ball. Where'd that guy come from? He just ran around because he's a gutter runner. This would be my major concern, and I would have brought this tackle piece back. Is like, there's no gutter runners in my backfield, and I have nothing to deal with that. So like, this tackle piece would have moved all 6 squares backwards. And now he's just trying to swarm through and do everything he can to pick up the ball. There's not a lot you can do about this at this point. Hail Mary Pass is a skill that does a similar thing, but it allows you to just chuck the ball the entire field. And it gives you something other than your normal passing roll. So like, to throw the ball this far, he had to roll a 5 or higher, because he's passing for doing a short pass. Fouling the gutter runners, sure. Absolutely no. Absolutely no, never mind. This is, why are you doing this? Use the ghoul to pick up the ball. The ball is on the ground. The extra arms gutter runner is right here. It is 4 squares away from the ball. Why are we not doing everything we can to just pick up the ball? What is the follow-up to this? Okay, so now we have 2 rushes to get on the ball. That is just standing there. That doesn't do anything. He has extra arms. He gets a +1 to his pickups. He gets to ignore that. Not to put too fine a point of it, the reason that you felt like the gutter runners were unstoppable is because you never picked up the ball. It feels like he is playing a fundamentally different game from the game you were playing. You were playing, I'm gonna punch the rats. He was playing, I don't care if you punch me, I'm going to score as many times as possible. And like, He's 3-0 up. It doesn't matter what you do, the game's over. But yeah, this is what Skaven looks like when the ball goes on the floor, and there's like a passable Skaven team with gutter runners that actually have skills. Like, they just pick up the ball and they leave. So you can't ever reach the ball on the floor. And that's kind of just everything that happened in this game. We punch a bunch of rats. Gutter runner again just walks around our entire team. And he double ones the dodge. Again, kind of unlucky for him. But this is a thing you absolutely have to do when you're playing against Skaven, is you have to count the gutter runner squares. Because they're literally the fastest pieces in the game. Like, 9 squares is an absurd movement range. Punching the gutters a bunch. Fair enough. Trying to protect the ball. 2 turns over. And now we just repeat that last turn again. And eventually we knock the gutter runner down. And now we've... What? Why have we put the ball right next to the wrestle strip ball piece? This piece is entirely designed to take red die hits on your ball. And not only have you put it directly beside it, but you've again put it in a place where it can just do a 4+ dodge to red die. Instead of a -3. And punch rats and move the ball forward. Feel like the ball should have been moving forward first, but whatever. Is the recipe in range? Serious injury on the pickup rat, which is good. What is this guy's movement range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he technically can get there, but that's a lot of dodging. So I'd say that's a sufficient screen. I'm fine with that. That's sufficient screen to keep him from getting in. Fails to break through. Does a bunch of fungus blocks. Set up the 2-dive, walk through. Wait, what? Why was that not the blitz? Oh, I see. Because this guy's standing here. Duh. Wait, what? Fungus walks him there. Okay, this absolutely should have been the blitz. You canceled this tackle zone, Fungus pushed him there. Just blitz here. And if that... Yeah, it's like there's no block, so you just blitz through here. It's turn 16, so it doesn't really matter like which one you hit. I guess... Yeah, it's turn 16, so like you don't need the extra piece, so I guess it doesn't matter. So you put him here so you could punch with this guy, because both of them have block and this guy needs more SPP, so I guess that's fine. And then the rest of the turn is just what pieces do you think need more SPP? Because if you don't score here, you're still losing the game, so it's not like a huge deal. Uh, losing 2 touchdown differential as undead is significantly better than losing 3, though. So maybe I would prioritize scoring. Yeah, that's the other thing is like if that guy's not blitzing, you get in your own way. Um, but again, he's 3-0 down, so he's prioritizing SPP in that action, and I don't blame him. Just try to get your team to be stronger going forward. I'm perfectly fine with that, because scoring there doesn't win the game. Yeah. So, moral of the story is against Skaven, you should protect the ball and you should pick up the ball more. It feels like you really hyper focused in on damage and you got a lot of damage done, but it doesn't matter if you do all this damage while giving up scores, and then you're too far behind to take advantage of the fact that you have removed all their players. Like, the game may be called Blood Bowl, but the objective is to still score points. But yeah, with that, I've been going for far too long at this point, and I think that's all I've got in me for the day. So I hope that was entertaining. I hope that cast was helpful. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. And I'm gonna run a short ad while I find someone to raid into. Because why not at this point?